What's up, sports bettors? We got 15 MLB games. I'm taking you through the best parlays for today. And best of all, you won't have to watch more than one inning in every single game because all of my bets are going to be on the first inning total runs. So I have three very sharp bets. And somewhat a misconception about parlays is that, parlays are always unprofitable. And the truth is that's just simply not true. Once you learn the math, the strategy, you can actually form very profitable parlays. Of course, they're going to be less likely to hit than a straight bet because with a parlay, you have to win at least two of your bets, in a two-leg parlay or three in a three-leg parlay. But you can still form a mathematically profitable parlay with edge. So in this video, that's what we're going to be discussing is the best parlay. So in my previous MLB video, I already gave out one MLB pick for tomorrow, which is very good. Angels, White Sox, over half of a total run. So yes, run first inning. You can see it was just plus 114. It's already down to plus 108. But there's a lot of value in this play. But I already bet it, so I'm going to skip over this for my parlay. And I have three other picks. And you can see them right here. And we'll kind of discuss parlay betting strategy as well. So we have Mariners, Orioles, Tigers, Giants, and Padres, Diamondbacks, yes run first inning. So we have the same bet, all at different odds, right, in three different games. Mariners, Orioles, Giants, Tigers, Diamondbacks, Padres. And if you just go ahead and you take a peek at the odds, for example, for Giants, Tigers, first inning total runs, over half of a total run, so yes run first inning, YRFI, you can see that we're picking up pretty insane value on FanDuel. No other sportsbook is giving us better than minus 103. You can see Pinnacle, which is the sharpest bookmaker in the world, so you always need to be getting value to Pinnacle. They're only giving you minus 103. We're getting plus 110 on FanDuel. So this is a bet with a very high, profit margin, and we're getting value in the odds, which is really what matters long term as a sports bettor. So we give this example a lot, but right, if you go 50 and 50 as a sports bettor, 50 wins, 50 L's at plus 105 odds, you would be up $625 if you had a $250 unit size. If you went 50 and 50 at minus 105 odds, so that's 10 cents worse than plus 105 odds, you would be down $600. So the swing from plus 105 to minus 105 is a difference over $1,200 in profit over the course of 100 plays. So you can just imagine, the difference between plus 110 and minus 110, which is 20 cents, right? It all builds up. If you're a sports bettor just placing one bet a day for $10, it probably doesn't really matter if you're getting value or not, right? You're betting for fun. You're not trying to do it seriously. But when you're really looking to up your parlay betting profits or your sports betting profits to the next level and get serious about your betting profits, you need to be getting value and finding spots with value and making sure you're always getting the best odds in your state, right? If you're placing bets at minus 110 when another bookmaker in your state is giving you plus 110, you're doomed from the beginning in terms of actually making money sports betting because you're getting terrible prices. It's like if you were a stock trader and you had to buy every stock for $30 more than everyone else did. Like you're just at such a disadvantage, which is why browsing odds and always looking for value and having multiple sportsbook accounts is so critical as a sports bettor, right? But anyways, so we have three picks. They're all sharp. They all have a mathematical profit margin of roughly 2.7%, right? 2.8%. So our Mariners Orioles bet is the most profitable, then Giants Tigers, then D-backs Padres. Three bets, all very profitable. I'm parlaying them together. So what we're going to do now is just kind of go through the math of our parlay. Like it's very clear looking at the odds. We're getting insane value on all these plays. Tons of line discrepancies oftentimes early in the day when sportsbooks first post odds. But regardless, let's get into kind of the math, right? So we can see that, for this Mariners-Orioles play, Pinnacle Sportsbook, which is the same exact, that's the same odds as the OddsJam column. It's just real-time odds from Pinnacle, the sharpest, most efficient betting market out there. They're pricing this at minus 112 on the over, in terms of first inning total runs. We're getting this plus 102 on FanDuel. So we're getting 14 cents of improvement from the sharpest bookmaker in the world. So that seems pretty good, right? Minus 112, minus 104. That's the market on Pinnacle, right? That's the market on the sharpest bookmaker. So if we just go ahead, we click into the odds, you can see FanDuel actually moved down after I placed my bet. We bet this in our parlay, as you'll see when I put my bet slip up at plus 102. It's already down to minus 104. So great odds don't last forever. But still, this plus 100 on DraftKings seems like decent value if you can parlay it on DraftKings. But what was I going to say? So essentially, you can use these sportsbook odds, to find value, right? And to find the fair win probability for your bet. So because Pinnacle is the most efficient betting market, the sharpest sportsbook, they have the most accurate odds, right? And that means their odds are most indicative of fair win probabilities or the true win probability for a bet. So given that they're pricing the over as the favorite, right? Minus 112 on the yes run first inning, minus 104 is what they're offering on the no run first inning. We definitely shouldn't be able to get plus money on this play. So being able to get plus 102 on FanDuel is incredible value. When the sharpest bookmaker is pricing something as a favorite, the true price is minus 103.63, which you can see right here under this no vig odds. That's just the true odds, the fair odds for a bet. Once you remove the juice from the sharpest bookmaker, the fair odds are minus 104. We're getting this for plus 102 on FanDuel. So we're getting better odds than the true odds, so that's what you're always looking for as a sports bettor. And of course, it's hard to beat the vig in the juice in the long run as a sports bettor, which is why, having software that's constantly scanning the market, updating millions of odds in real time is very helpful, right? OddsJam is constantly scanning millions of odds to show you where the value is, where the data-driven bets that actually have an edge are, right? Where you can get incredible prices. So long story short, we removed the juice from Pinnacle's market. We see that the true price is minus 104. We're getting plus 102 on FanDuel in our parlay. And, our bet, according to the betting market on Pinnacle, according to the odds they're offering, the fair odds are minus 103.63, which implies a win percentage of 50.89% for a bet. So this bet, according to the sharpest sportsbook in the world, is hitting at a clip of 50.89%. So boom, we have our first pick. Then we have minus 103, minus 113 for this Giants-Tigers bet. So minus 103, minus 113. So what we can do is just open this up in a new tab. And we can see right here, minus 103, minus 113 is the betting market on Pinnacle. So we want to remove the juice from that market. We got this at plus 110 odds. So these sportsbook odds are constantly changing around. We got it at plus 110. This bet should be hitting at a clip of 48.89%. The true odds are plus 104.56. We're getting plus 110 on FanDuel. So we're getting value to the fair odds from the sharpest bookmaker. So 48.89% is the win probability for this bet, or this bet actually, for Giants-Tigers. And then finally, we have to do it for D-backs Padres, minus 119, plus 102. So we just put that into a no vig fair odds calculator, which will remove the vig from the betting market on the sharpest sportsbook, which takes millions of dollars in bets. So it's a very efficient betting market. We remove the vig, we remove the juice. We see the fair line is minus 110 roughly. The no vig odds, or the true odds, the fair odds are minus 110. We're getting this minus 104 on FanDuel, so we're getting better odds than the no vig odds, right? We're getting better odds than the true odds, and that's a bet we want to lock in. So that's going to be the third pick in my parlay, 2.64% profit margin. So again, on OddsJam, you just see is the positive profit margin on the top row or the bottom row. If it's on the bottom row, you scroll along, you look for the bet in bold with a circle around it. So this is a UFC bet. Maybe I'll lock in here in a bit. We have Turner versus Brad Riddell, under 2.5 total rounds. Sharpest bookmakers pricing this at minus 152. We can get this minus 130 on DraftKings. Already down to minus 145. Speak of the devil, right? So on OddsJam, you just have to refresh to see the latest bets, right? The market is constantly changing. This bet just showed up. Angels minus half of a run plus 108. Looks like incredible value, right? So we can just click into the odds. It's all about being a data-driven sports bettor looking for value. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? No other book's giving us better than minus 109. We can get 17 cents of improvement. You know, this is a ridiculous bet. Angels minus half of a run on the first half run line. You know, if it's still available, lock that in ASAP. Lock that in ASAP. So, anyways, our last bet was minus 119 plus 102. So the fair win probability is 52.33% for D-backs Padres. Yes, we're on first inning. So now we have the win probability for our 3 bets in our parlay, which you can see here on the screen, our parlay. So to find out the win probability for our parlay, because all these bets are uncorrelated, they're different MLB games, you just multiply all these numbers together, right? This number times this number times this number. And this tells you what does the sharpest bookmaker think the fair, the true win probability for your bet is, right? So we're just using real-time odds from the sharpest sportsbook to back out true win probabilities for our bet. And then we're using that to back out the true win probability for our parlay. So we're betting $100 at plus 732 odds, so 100 to win $732 in profit. 100 to win 732 in profit. So we're hitting this bet 13% of the time roughly. The other 87% of the time we're losing our stake of $100. So 13% of the time we're winning $732. The other 87% of the time we're losing our stake of $100. So our profit margin quantified in dollars is going to be $8. So 8% edge on this parlay, quantified mathematically using real-time betting data from the sharpest bookmaker in the world, which is all that matters. Live market data from the sharpest sports book. That's how you get sharp bets. You look for line discrepancies versus the most efficient, sharpest sportsbook in the world, Pinnacle, right? So plus 100 on DraftKings, still a good bet. Lock it in. So 3 bets in my parlay, 8% edge, right? And the way you calculate this is you just take the win probability for your parlay, you multiply that by your profit if you win, and then you subtract the loss probability for your parlay, which is 1 minus your win probability, so 87% in this case, and you multiply that by your stake. So if you have any questions about EV, positive EV, finding edge, finding value, finding actually sharp, mathematically profitable bets, no touting, no BS, you know, you can book a call with us. You can comment below. Our goal is really just to help sports bettors here at OddsJam learn how to bet on sports, the math behind sports betting, and actually learn how to make some money. So let's make some money.